At this place in history, we're in Enosburg with Executive Director of the Vermont Historical Society, Steve Perkins. What brings us here?
So if you've ever driven through Enosburg, you have driven by the Dairy Center, one of the iconic businesses here. We're going to go inside and talk to the owner, Lise Gates, and she's going to tell us how this got started and all the really cool stuff they've done throughout the years.
Originally, the Dairy Center was a farm. My dad owned 5 farms in the area, and then just got up one morning and said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to get up this early anymore. So he just started building buildings and started opening up these businesses. When the restaurant opened in 1962, Enosburg Falls was called the Dairy Center of the world. It had more cows per capita than any other place in the United States. And that's where the name Dairy Center came from. There was one restaurant in town, there was no lodging, there was no entertainment, there was nothing for anyone to do.
So you mentioned all these little businesses. Can you walk us through what those were?
Sure. He opened the motel in 1960, and in 1961, he put in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which is still there, but it's covered by a virtual game room now. 14 feet deep at the deepest part, it was 60 feet long. Down the road, he built a catering hall over it called the Mermaid Room, because he had windows in the middle of it, so when you were up there dancing or having your banquet, you could actually see people swimming, and you could see them jumping off the top diving board. There was a low diving board and a high diving board, and that's why it was called the Mermaid Room. Then the restaurant came in 1962, and we're sitting behind what used to be the famous lobster tank. People would come in, they'd pick out their lobster, tell them how you want it cooked, and it would happen. Then in 1964, they started the bowling center. But they had a problem. Big, huge windstorm came and knocked it all down while it was being built. So it didn't open until 1965. In between the Mermaid Room and the bowling center, he built the barn. He took the old hay barn, made it into a banquet hall and a dance hall. And downstairs he had an automated bar. So the waitress would come to your table, and she had a little transistor radio, and she would say, 2 CC and gingers, please, on table 8. And the bartender would make it. My dad had made these trays with holes that fit our glasses, and he would put the drinks in it, put it on the belt, push table 8, and your drinks would slide out on the table. And when your table got full of glasses, you put them on the top, and back to the bartender they would go. Wow.
So this sounds really busy. At the height of operations, how many people were here, say, on a Saturday night?
So I'm going to say maybe 500-600 people here on a Saturday night.
Oh my goodness.
So drawing people from all over the region.
Everywhere.
What do you offer today?
Well, today we have the restaurant. We do a lot of catering. The bowling center and the virtual game room are very, very busy.
Baseball, did I see there's a
Yeah,
baseball
there's two ball fields. And now the town of Enosburg uses it for Little League and stuff. And then once their season's over, we have co-ed softball that comes in there. So we want to introduce you to Simon, who's been here since 1962. She's now our bread maker and our roll maker, but she's probably done every job there is at the Dairy Center. She's done it.
Oh,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of change here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of good memories.
Change. Yes, a lot of good memories, a lot of good people that we met through the years.
And so if people want to come visit today,
Yep.
how do they find you?
We have a website, dairycentervt.com. We have a Facebook page.
And drive in,
Yep.
right?
I don't know about you, Steve, but I've worked up an appetite. It's time for lunch.
At this place in history.